morning. Welcome to another day out here. Yesterday we finished trenching in all the footings, and I made a little boo-boo. Broke the septic line right there, so I got another piece coming up today, fixing that later on. But I just have like piles of dirt everywhere, so I'm going to fire up the excavator and the tractor and just kind of move everything out and kind of push it off to the side just to make things a little easier to work with. And then after that's done, I'm going to get my rotary laser out and just start like leveling out everything just to make sure it's all good, because once that's done I can do rebar and all that stuff. But it's early, the sun is just about to come up, probably the coolest time of the entire day, so I'm going to take advantage of it and just get as much done as I can before the sun comes out and starts getting hot. So let's get to work. I got most of all the mounds of dirt. I got all the stuff out of the middle pretty much. On the sides, there's a little bit in the back that I had to do. All this over here. Got all that out. Now that all that's moved around, I think we're gonna head into town while it's super hot outside and just kind of go get some lunch and do a few errands and stuff like that, and then come back. And then we're gonna end up spraying water in all the trenches and stuff like that, so it's a little easier to maneuver. And then we're gonna start getting this thing dialed in as far as all the measurements and stuff like that, so we can then rebar and all that. But we did get the septic fixed this morning. Larry came up and we put a repair fitting over here, and then the other side of this is the bell housing on the actual PVC pipe. So this has a repair fitting and this is just glued on like normal. So we are back in business, but let's head into town.
A little family shopping adventure. Go get some chicken feed. Daddy, do we know what kind we're getting?
Some baby chicks, starter grower. I don't know, I never had it. We're gonna figure this out.
Daddy, why do you not look at the tractor?
All right, Malibu has her pitchfork for compost and her big old trash can over there.
Welcome back. We just got back from town. Went and filled up our water tote. Now we're gonna attach the hose and the pump and just start spraying all this down. Then we can start shoveling it and making it look like some footers. It's probably dropped about 10 degrees or so. The sun's still out a little bit, but here in the next like 20 or 30 minutes, it's probably gonna start going down. I'm excited to get this going so that we can pour some concrete and then time for some wood. Anyway, let's get to work. Well, after coming back from town, I had all the intentions of working into the wee hours of the night during when it's cool, but I hit my eye on my tape measure. Don't ask me how, but it happened, so it's just kind of like irritated. So we called it a night. So we're in here making dinner. There's my sexy wife. kids. Say hi. So we're gonna call it a night. We will see you guys tomorrow. Good morning, welcome to another day up here at the property. My eye hurts. It hurts and pretty bad. Definitely feel like there's something in it, but it's definitely scratched. Like there's nothing in it. I was messing with it for a while last night. I just could barely sleep. I don't really want to do anything today, but it's Sunday, everything's closed. I'm always just messing with my eye, so annoying, right? Anyway, we're borrowing this mini excavator, which we told you, but I feel like I need to get it back to our friend. We've had it for like 3 or 4 days because she uses it all the time. So I just gotta try to work through the pain and get the things I need to get done. So today I have those holes dug out for the water totes. I want to put those in there just to make sure that they fit, so I don't have to dig anything else out. I just make sure they're all good. So I'm about to change the attachment on the fork, or not on the forklift, on the tractor to the forks, and then put those on there and move them around, put them in their place, and hopefully they fit. They should. We measured everything, so they should fit, but I just want to make sure so we don't have to dig anything out, because if we do, we have the Mini X available right now. Then once we do that, that's one thing off the checklist for the day. Yeah, I'm gonna get started on that. You guys hear those cicadas? They are so loud. All morning. The tractor's on right now, but it's just non-stop little, I don't even know what the hissing sound. Anyway, let's get this thing loaded. All right, so we have our hole right here, right next to the garden. This tank is 1,100 gallons, and it has the bottom 2-inch outlet, and then it has a 2-inch outlet up top, and then at the very top it has I think it's a 16-inch manhole. I don't know what man's gonna fit in there that's 16 inches, but more like a woman hole. I don't know. Anyway, anyway, you can see right here, 1,100 gallons. So I got this all leveled out for the most part. I have this trenched over for the most part as well. I need to dig a little deeper right there. I just couldn't get it with the excavator, and I messed up that right there, but that's okay. I'm about to drop this thing in here, and looks like it's gonna fit. So put it in here, and that's one down. All right, well that one's in there. It fit. I just need to like pull it this way, I don't know, 6-8 inches. Get that thing lined up down there. Yeah, we're good to go. The reason why it's underground, I don't know if I've said it, but I don't want it to freeze. So on this one, this tank's only 3.5 feet, or I think it's almost 4 feet tall. I was trying to go 24, 28 inches, something like that. I think the frost line's 24 inches up here, but trying to get to the frost line that way, it will hopefully not freeze. I plan on backfilling. Obviously this isn't an underground tank, but I'm just gonna put the dirt and fill it in just to kind of insulate a little bit. I might put some insulation around it. I'm not sure. I've seen it done both ways. But yeah, it's in there. It's definitely a 2-man job once my wife Jen gets out here. I don't know what she's doing right now. Anyway, let's go find out if those other ones fit.
Hey guys, so we thought that we were going to be able to put the water totes in, but it looks like we're going to have to make the hole a little bit bigger and then on the sides. It kind of, the dirt slants in, so we're gonna have to really try to crisp it out, get some nice good corners, and then hopefully we can put them in. The goal is to return the excavator today. Let's get to work and get this going.
We leveled this area out pretty well. We used the rotary laser and got it within like an inch or two, so I feel like we're probably good. Got one tank in, just kind of cleaning up the sides a little bit because it's going to be, I wanted to have 2 feet in between this one and this one, but it looks like we're going to have about 12 inches or maybe even 8 to 10 inches. But as long as I can get PVC pipe to go from edge or from tank to tank, we're good. So we're just cleaning this up right now. And then we're about to go grab another tank. I think they weigh like 250, 300 pounds, but they're light for how big they are. They feel really light, but it's just hard to move them around. I rolled this one all the way over here by myself. In a second, we're gonna grab this other one and keep going.
Yeah! Where'd it go?
Where'd it go, buddy?
I've never really seen him go after a critter before.
He was like that close to grabbing it. It's like I'm in hamster wheel.
Nice catch.
All right, so we got 3 of these in here so far. I just want to take a second and show you how we're gonna plumb it up while we got a little bit of room. If you look down here, we have the outlets pretty much going right next to each other. I think it's 14 inches roughly. Let me get a measurement. Oh, it's like, well, there to there, it's 14 because I'm gonna take these out. Anyway, so we're gonna try to make this system turn the 2,500 gallon tanks into one 10,000 gallon tank pretty much. So we're gonna put these together, put a T down there. We're gonna use 1-inch PVC. And then from there, we're gonna come straight down this way. I'm gonna put a shut off right here. I'm gonna probably put a manhole cover here because we're gonna backfill most of this and then come back over to here. We're gonna put the other tank right here. And then we'll do a 4-way, connect these 2 tanks, then come back over here, do another shut off with another manhole cover. And then if you can see right here, there is our 1-inch PVC line that goes all the way over to the solar shed. So pretty much we just have to put that last tank in and then get the stuff to plumb it up. I mean, I might have a few things, but I don't have everything. But so we're gonna finish leveling this out, get some of these rocks out of here, then roll that thing down here. Well, that's it. All in there, pretty much evened up as best as we can. It's kind of hard to make those things all symmetrical and look good, but all the outlets are lined up. I think we're good for a while. Just gotta plumb it up and then backfill this whole area. It's exciting to get that done.
Goodbye to the excavator. Tess, thank you again so very much. So helpful and useful.
Well, we just hung out for the rest of the day. We ended up getting those 4 totes in there. I did a few other things, but it was hot and my eye hurts and it still hurts. I think I'm gonna go to the doctor tomorrow. But we're gonna call it a night. So we'll see you guys tomorrow. Good afternoon. We're getting a late start today. This morning we had to run into town. We had a few appointments to do at the hardware store, went to the collision center and gave the body shop a estimate for my truck to get fixed, and it's gonna take about 3 weeks. I'm not looking forward to not having my truck for 3 weeks, I'll tell you that. Anyway, when we were at the hardware store today, I got some 1-inch pipe and some fittings and stuff like that to connect all of our 2,500 gallon tanks together as one, and then put it over to the trenched pipe that goes into our solar shed. So right now I'm gonna do that and get that all plumbed up. Then we can start at some point backfilling it. It only needs to be done before winter time because it's not gonna freeze anytime soon. So probably just get it plumbed up for now and backfill it at a later date. We got enough projects going on. I'm gonna get started doing that right now. Down there in between the 4 tanks, I just took the little plug out that was right here. So it's 2-inch. And this is what I got at the hardware store. They didn't have a 2-inch to 1-inch. So I have a 2-inch threaded to 1.5, and then a 1.5 to 1, and then this is a 1 to PVC right here, boom. I only have about 12 inches, so I gotta tighten all these down really good. So, and then in the middle of all that, I gotta put the T right there. We got a little bit of space to put a lot of fittings, so I'm gonna tighten them down really tight and make sure that I can get them as closed in as possible so I have more room in between them to fit everything. So let's get to work and put this together and see if I got all the right stuff. All right, so we just finished putting that one in. It was kind of a pain in the butt because it's like they're set in place, so we had to we couldn't film it because we had to push the tanks back and then push it forward with the glue on there. So anyway, but right now I'm about to cut this piece right in the center, and then I'm gonna put my what is it called? My ball valve right here in the middle. And then I'm gonna end up putting a manhole cover right here so we can access it, just so we can shut these 2 tanks off if we need to. And then I'll go to this tank over here and do the exact same thing as I did over there, but instead of a T, we have a 4-way, and that's gonna go right there between those. So I'm gonna go ahead and put this ball valve in here right now. All right, so I need to push this one forward a little bit.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna push it right to this, and then once I get really close, just let me know.
Okay.
And then
Okay.
Well, everything is plumbed in now. We got the 2 shutoffs, and then it's all the way to where that line was already trenched in all the way to the solar shed. Now, we can't fill these up quite yet, just because we only have 1 IBC tote, which would take us, I don't even want to know how many trips. So we'll wait till we get 2 or 3 more of those, and then we can put them all in the trailer and do them all at once. That way we can have like 10,000 gallons per trip, and it'll take us like 10 trips to do it. Yeah, it's good to have this done, all wired up, and we're just that much closer to having a lot of water and our own washer and dryer. That's gonna be exciting for my wife.
got a bunch of projects going on right now. We're gonna switch it up a little bit from trenching to the garden. Give the garden some fencing, keep those deer out.
Yeah, we get bored. We're not bored, but just kind of like I don't want to do trench anymore. I don't like being in the trenches using a shovel and
Gets
take
repetitive.
a day off or whatever, just something different. So the garden's been sitting here for like a week and a half. We haven't touched it, so we got to finish the rest of the fencing. We're gonna try to get that done tonight, and then we just did the plumbing for the tanks, and yeah, probably finish up just doing this tonight. About to go in and eat some dinner. But
You think you're gonna finish this whole fence?
I mean, eventually.
Just like 1
million staples. Well, we got quite a bit done. Started right there, went all the way to this corner, all the way to right there. I just have these two left. That one and that one right there. Boom. And then the door. And then those two doors. I still have to hang them too. Felt good to get a little bit of that done. It sucks putting fencing on, I'll tell you what. But it's worth it once the garden has food and the chickens are in here and everything's working as it should. It's gonna be nice. Well, I think we're gonna call it for the night. My wife's in there making dinner right now. Sit down and have a family feast. Get some sleep. I'll see you guys tomorrow.
Thanks for watching Life Elevated with Nick and Jen. I hope you guys are enjoying our journey as we build our homestead in southern Utah. Feel free to give us a big thumbs up, subscribe, and send us your comments. We can't wait to hear from you. See you again in a few days.